So how do crypto ETFs differ from crypto treasury companies? A crypto ETF is a product created to follow the price of cryptocurrency as close as possible. You're not buying the basket of cryptocurrencies itself. Instead, you're buying a registered investment product whose whole purpose is to move up and down when the price of that basket moves up and down. The goal of the ETF is to track the collective price of everything in the basket as closely as possible. But there's usually going to be a bit of a difference in price at any given time because ETF managers are constantly buying and selling throughout the day. A treasury company is a regular business that keeps some of its own money in crypto, kind of like a savings decision. Some treasury companies now invest exclusively in a particular type of crypto, and that's their entire business. MicroStrategy is a common example. It was a software company that decided to exclusively buy and hold Bitcoin. When you buy a stock in a company like that, you're not buying the cryptocurrency it holds. You're buying a share of stock in that company and hoping that their ability to manage the treasury results in a gain. If you've ever heard the term ETF and thought, sounds familiar, but I'm not exactly sure what it is, you're not alone. Maybe you've seen ETFs mentioned in the news, inside your brokerage account, or alongside conversations about crypto. And maybe you've even wondered, how do they work? How are they different from buying individual stocks or buying crypto directly? And whether or not it's even something that you should care about. That's where I come in. I'm Allie, your crypto confidence coach, and my job is to help make crypto feel clear, approachable, and useful, not intimidating and not overly technical, and certainly not something that you need a finance degree to understand. In today's episode, I'm breaking down ETFs by answering 6 key questions people have about them. And by the time we've walked through each one, you're going to understand the ABCs of ETFs, what they are, how they work, how they're different from other investments, how crypto ETFs fit in, and how to think about whether they belong in your own financial picture. Let's get into it. What is an ETF exactly, and how do they differ from crypto ETFs? Exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, sit at the crossroads of traditional investing and newer digital asset classes like crypto. They're basically just a bunch of assets all bundled together, and those assets are usually connected in some way. Here's a good way to think about it. You go to the grocery store's frozen food section and you see a shopping cart that's already filled with lots of different items from that section. Ice cream, frozen pizza, frozen veggies. You get the idea. But instead of taking each item out at the register and ringing it up one by one, you wheel the whole cart to the register and ring it up and pay for it all at once. That shopping cart is essentially an ETF share, a single security like a stock or a bond that packages up everything in your cart. You don't need to worry about picking what specific items go in the cart, and you also don't even need to worry about taking each item out of the cart to put it on the belt, having it individually scanned to pay, or putting it back in your cart. So traditional ETFs come in several flavors. Many buy a basket made up of S&P 500 companies and automatically readjust whenever a company is removed or added to the S&P. Others hold baskets of municipal bonds, gold, and oil, so that one click gives you exposure to various markets. Some target specific sectors like clean energy producers, AI chip makers, or other industries. And some use more sophisticated investing strategies for short-term trades rather than long-term holds. Crypto ETFs operate similarly, but with digital assets. Spot crypto funds track the real-time price of a basket of crypto by buying and holding those actual digital assets. So shares correspond to fractions of the actual crypto held, mirroring its live market price, aka its spot price. Then you have futures-based crypto ETF, and those don't hold the actual coins or tokens themselves. Instead, they buy what's called a regulated futures contract, which is basically an agreement to purchase or sell the asset at a set price on a future date. And that actually mirrors the future price sentiment. Then you've got blockchain equity ETFs, which skip tokens entirely. Blockchain equity ETFs skip tokens entirely and invest in the companies building the DeFi ecosystem, from miners to chip makers to crypto exchanges. And then you have multi-asset digital economy ETFs, which blend crypto futures with blockchain-related stocks. And they can offer more upside than broad stock indexes and also balance out the volatility more than if you were to invest in just one type of crypto at a time. But regardless of what sits inside the basket, physical gold bars, stock certificates, crypto tokens, or a mix, all of these ETFs are registered investment products that trade on stock exchanges you already know. That means you can buy or sell during trading hours just like any other publicly listed share. Make sense? Great. Now let's get on to question number 2. How do ETFs differ from mutual funds and individual assets? So before we compare ETFs to anything else, let's quickly define the two other things most people often hear alongside that term: mutual funds and individual assets. A mutual fund is a pool of money collected from many investors that's managed by a professional investment team. That team then decides what to buy and sell inside the fund. When you invest in a mutual fund, you're buying into that pool, not choosing the individual investments yourself. Mutual funds do not trade throughout the day. Instead, buying and selling happens all at once per day after the market closes at whatever price the fund ends up at. However, an individual asset is exactly what it sounds like: one stock, one bond, one crypto token. When you buy an individual asset directly, your investment rises or falls based entirely how that one thing performs. Your investment rises or falls based entirely on how that one thing performs. There's no built-in diversification. All the risk and reward is tied to that single asset. So now let's quickly talk about how ETFs fit in between those two. With real-time trading, unlike mutual funds, ETFs trade on stock exchanges all day, just like individual stocks. That means you can place a trade in real time, set limit orders, use stop losses, or lock in a price during the trading day instead of waiting until market close. It also offers built-in diversification. So like with mutual funds, ETFs hold a basket of assets inside them. Each share gives you exposure to multiple stocks and bonds or other assets all at once. That means that no single company or coin determines your entire outcome, which can help smooth things out as prices normally swing a bit day to day. Moving on to generally lower costs. Many ETFs simply track an index instead of paying a team to actively pick investments. Because there's less buying and selling behind the scenes, ETFs often have lower annual fees than actively managed mutual funds. ETFs also offer tax efficiency. When investors leave a mutual fund, the fund often has to sell its assets for cash, which can create capital gains taxes that affect everyone in the fund. ETFs work differently. As a result, investors usually owe capital gains tax only when they personally sell their ETF shares, though tax treatment still depends on the investor's situation and the specific fund. So as always, when it comes to taxes, make sure you're working with a licensed professional so you're super clear on the rules before you file. Question number 3 we hear a lot with ETFs is, how do ETFs differ from crypto treasury companies? So before we compare those two, let's quickly clarify one more term, which is a treasury company. A company's treasury is basically the money it keeps on hand. Think of it like the company's savings account. Traditionally, companies keep that money in cash, short-term bonds, or other low-risk assets so that they can pay expenses, invest in growth, or handle emergencies. Some companies have chosen to keep part of their treasury in crypto instead of cash. That's what people mean when they say a crypto treasury company. So how do crypto ETFs differ from crypto treasury companies? A crypto ETF is a product created to follow the price of cryptocurrency as close as possible. You're not buying the basket of cryptocurrencies itself. Instead, you're buying a registered investment product whose whole purpose is to move up and down when the price of that basket moves up and down. The goal of the ETF is to track the collective price of everything in the basket as closely as possible. But there's usually going to be a bit of a difference in price at any given time because ETF managers are constantly buying and selling throughout the day. Now compare that to a crypto treasury company. A treasury company is a regular business that keeps some of its own money in crypto, kind of like a savings decision. Some treasury companies now invest exclusively in a particular type of crypto, and that's their entire business. MicroStrategy is a common example. It was a software company that decided to exclusively buy and hold Bitcoin. When you buy a stock in a company like that, you're not buying the cryptocurrency it holds. You're buying a share of stock in that company and hoping that their ability to manage the treasury results in a gain. That stock price moves based on many things: how the business is performing, management decisions about how they're using the treasury, are they lending, staking, or borrowing against it, investor sentiment about company and overall stock market conditions, and many more factors. So because of that, the stock can rise or fall much more than the crypto holdings itself and may not move in the same direction at all. Here's the easiest way to remember the difference. A crypto ETF is designed to move up or down with the market of a basket of cryptocurrencies. A crypto treasury company is the business that holds the crypto and tries to create value from their holdings. So they're very different tools, even though they sometimes get grouped together. Question number 4, why do people use crypto ETFs? So at this point, you might be wondering why someone might want to choose a crypto ETF instead of just buying crypto directly. For many people, the answer is simple: familiarity, comfort. A crypto ETF lets people get exposure to crypto using the same tools that they already use for stocks. There's no need to set up a crypto wallet, learn a new app, manage a password, or set up a security key. You just log into your regular brokerage account, type in the ticker symbol, and buy it the same way you would buy a stock or an index fund. So that alone removes a big mental barrier for a lot of people. Crypto ETFs can also be held inside retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs. That matters because many people prefer to invest long-term using accounts that they already trust and understand instead of trying to learn an entirely new system. Institutions benefit from that too. Large organizations like pension funds, universities, or charities often aren't allowed to hold crypto directly, but they are allowed to buy ETFs. When more big investors participate, generally the market gets easier to trade in and out of, which can contribute to liquidity and clearer pricing. Now let's talk quickly about the benefits and trade-offs of ETFs. Starting with the pros. Easy access is number one. You can buy and sell crypto exposure through the same brokerage account you already use without setting up any new apps or wallets. Crypto ETFs also offer clear rules and oversight. Crypto ETFs follow strict rules about how assets are stored, reported, and audited. That means there's transparency about what the ETF holds and how it operates. Crypto ETFs can also sit inside tax advantage accounts like IRAs and 401ks and work directly with your retirement accounts. So that can be appealing for people who are thinking long term and want everything in one place. Crypto ETFs also have a lower learning curve. If the idea of managing crypto addresses, transaction fees, or technical steps feels overwhelming, an ETF feels familiar. It looks and acts just like a regular stock, even though it tracks crypto prices. Now that we're clear on some of the benefits of crypto ETFs, let's talk about some of the considerations and potential trade-offs. Starting with, you might not get the exact same crypto price. So sometimes the ETF costs a little bit more or a little bit less than the actual price of the coin or token. This happens because the ETF itself is being bought and sold on the stock market. Over time, it usually stays close, but not always exact to the same price. ETFs also charge small annual fees to operate. Even if they seem tiny, those costs can add up over time. If you own crypto directly, there's no yearly management fee. Lastly, you can't use the crypto. This is a big one. An ETF is an investment product. You can't send it, spend it, or use it to do anything else like you would on the blockchain. It's for price exposure only. So most of crypto ETFs rely on a small number of companies to hold and secure the crypto. If something went wrong with one of those custodians, it could affect multiple ETFs at once, even though this is considered unlikely. So now that you understand why people use ETFs and some pros and cons about them, let's dive into question number 5 that we hear often, which is, what questions should you ask before you buy? So as a reminder, I am not a financial advisor, so I'm not even going to attempt to give you financial advice. But as a general rule of thumb, I do always recommend that people get crystal clear about their intentions before buying crypto or anything, so that you can do so confidently. When it comes to ETFs, here are a few quick questions to ask yourself before making any decisions. What's my goal and time horizon? Do I want to make a trade soon for quick profit or invest longer term to save in the future? Am I better off buying one crypto directly or a diversified basket with a bunch of different cryptos? How do these ETF fees compare to similar products or to buying and holding crypto directly? Will this ETF fit within my broader investment and tax strategy? Am I comfortable with the price of the ETF and the price of the crypto behind it being different? Great. So now that we've talked about what ETFs are, the pros and cons, and some quick questions to ask yourself before getting started, let's wrap up with question number 6, which is, how do I get started? So let's say you're ready to move forward, but you don't know how to actually do that. Here's a quick step-by-step guide. First, you log into your brokerage account. Then you enter the ticker symbol for the ETF you want or a broader blockchain equity fund. Decide how many shares you want and then choose a market order to buy at the current price or a limit order to buy only if the price drops to a level you've set, and then you confirm the trade. After the purchase settles, you want to monitor your portfolio. Crypto prices can fluctuate just like the prices of other stocks and assets, so make sure to rebalance your investments if any ETF grows beyond your comfort zone. ETFs turn complex baskets of assets into a single one-click trade. Whether the fund bundles hundreds of blue-chip stocks, a portfolio of green energy bonds, or futures contracts tied to commodities, an ETF offers a quick and convenient path to diversification. But as always, do your own research. Read each fund's details carefully and make sure that you're choosing products that match your goals and risk tolerance. If you're unsure, consider talking with a licensed financial advisor who can help you determine if ETFs might fit into your broader plan. With clear expectations and the same good habits you apply to any other investment, crypto ETFs can be a practical addition to your financial toolkit. I hope you learned a lot today. Thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you in the next episode of Crypto Explained.